Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm so glad you're here. Let's talk tonight about a headline for tonight, and that is that there is riot fencing being placed around the Supreme Court building. The reason for that is Politico released was the one that broke the news that the Supreme Court may be voting about abortion rights. It was a leaked internal memo. And I've been searching for truth in my news for enough years that right away, I wondered if this was simply a distraction, because a leaked internal memo and a judicial ruling are two very different things. And one does not mean the other is going to happen. Plus, it's highly unusual for the Supreme Court to leak documents. So I wondered what's going on. What are we supposed to be looking at or not looking at? What's behind this? Now, the cards I'm going to ask tonight, and the cards may tell us that really there is going to be a major decision about abortion rights. And it may say that it's a distraction and give us some idea what to focus on. I don't run the universe, so let's see what the cards have to say. Now, often when a card jumps out like that one did, there's a reason for it. This is a card that usually indicates celebrations and connections and partnership. And let's see if that shows up as we do the general draw here. Here's our layout. The Emperor is showing up for our question. Anytime we get a major arcana is the question card. It's giving us an idea that we're asking a good question. And the Emperor is about sovereignty. And those of us who embrace our status as sovereign humans, we ask these questions, the below the surface ones, like, is this Supreme Court supposed action that's, or potential action, one we should concern ourselves with at this time? The situation is indicated by the Two of Wands, which is about decisions, and we're asking about a Supreme Court decision. In the near past, we have the Fool card, another major arcana, which means, if you look here, we've got several, 3 here going on. And the Fool is often about stepping out in faith into a new adventure, you know, on the Fool's journey, which is what the arcana cards, he's 0. And then we get the World card and wreaths are a victory. I think what's going on with the riot fencing around the Supreme Court building and this leaked email is trying to distract us from a much bigger story, one that affects the entire world. Let's see if we can get an inkling of what it is. Okay. Sometimes the universe doesn't want to tell things too soon prematurely. We have the Three of Wands, which is about discoveries and setting out in some new ways. And the advice and clarification cards, we have the Two of Pentacles, which means there's 2 possible actions happening, 2 possible choices, 2 options. The secondary and less dominant advice card is our Four of Swords, which usually is talking about some rest and also something that is happening in the background that you're not maybe going to be aware of. And certainly we know as the wheels and deals and the silent war continue, there is lots of background action going on. Let's see if we get a little more clarification from a couple other cards. again, we were just talking about worldwide that there's some strife, and the fight is ongoing between, good and evil, and empowering humans and enslaving humans and humanity. The chariot sometimes is thought to be the youthful version of the emperor. He can be a little bit, he's very stubborn and headstrong, and definitely want to take action where action seems to be needed. He often shows up when a move is imminent. So I think we're going to be seeing in the very near future some major moves happening that affect the entire world. Now, whether it's going to be shenanigans that are fixed or rectified, I thought at first possibly that they were simply just trying to galvanize liberal and Democrat and socialist voters who are getting a little apathetic since they don't have anybody very exciting at the helm. But it looks like it's more than that. There's something happening on the world stage. So folks, let's use our power of intention. Let's use our power of manifestation. And if we are at a point where it could go one of two ways, let's tell the universe what we want to happen is disclosures. And we want justice, and we want clarity, and we will help with those who are having trouble dealing with those disclosures and the clarification and the changes that are needed for humanity. That's it for this read. If you enjoyed my video, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. Remember, our power to manifest is incredible. We're only starting to realize it, and it scares the socks off evil. So picture the world you want, picture the good news you want, picture the changes you want, and that will help them happen. And just say, universe, here is the world I want to live in, and describe it. It's going to help it happen. Thank you. Good night.